Hi everybody, welcome to Line of the Week number 111, Motif Development Using Melodic Rhythms in a Jazz Blues. As usual, many thanks to Hal Crook and Jerry Bergonzi for their ideas, and links to their books are in the description. This week's line is based on a chorus of O Pravov, a blues by Charlie Parker. Let's start with the melodic rhythm we're going to use. Here are the chords to the progression. The chords are F going to G minor 7 to C7 to F to G minor 7 to C minor 7 to F7 sharp 5 to B flat 7 to B flat minor 7 to E flat 7 to F to G minor 7 to A minor 7 to D7 to G minor 7 to C7 to F to D7 flat 9 to G minor 7 to C7 to F. Here are the chord scales I'm using. The chord scales are C pentatonic to F major to D flat melodic minor to C pentatonic to F major to B flat major to G flat melodic minor to F melodic minor to A flat major to B flat melodic minor to C pentatonic to F major to G major to E flat melodic minor to F major to D flat melodic minor to C pentatonic to D half whole diminished to F major to D flat melodic minor to C pentatonic. Here's the line with the Guitar Pro backing track I use to make sure I get the notes and the rhythm accurate. I'd like to say a few things about the line this week. I decided to go ahead and just write out a whole chorus to the blues instead of breaking it up like I usually do into 4 measures or 8 measures. I just went ahead with the 12 measures. In measure 1, you have a statement of the rhythm with notes that I added to the rhythm, which makes up the motif. So you've got just a rhythm, and then I attach notes to the rhythm that agrees with the harmony going with a chord, and that gives you your motif. And to give some continuity and to make some sense out of all these chords, we use the theme or the motif, and we develop it. So measure 2 is a development. It's an extension of the motif with a string of eighth notes. It's called an extension, what Hal Crook terms an extension in his book. It's important to note that when the chord changes from G minor 7 to C7, that the note F resolves by half step to note G flat, which is the flatted fifth of C7. So even though you're using a theme, especially when you're doing a run of eighth notes, you need to use the play-rest approach to give space in your solos, and also you need to resolve any non-harmonic tones or avoid notes, however you want to characterize those notes, and resolve them by half step if you can. That gives it a resolution that is pleasing to the ear. In measure 3, you've got more eighth note extension of the original motif. In measure 4 is a fragmentation of the original motif. The eighth note figure at the very beginning of the melodic rhythm is what I'm talking about. Measure 5 is another statement of the original motif. Measure 6 is an eighth note figure, which again you'll find at the beginning of the motif. Measure 7 is the original motif. And measures 8 to 11 are a restatement of the eighth note figure fragmentation that you find at the beginning of the motif. And measure 12 is again the original motif to close out the chorus. Now it's important to note that when you're playing around with the parts of these melodic rhythms, using fragmentation, extension, when you vary the rhythms, when you offset them, when you do any other sort of variation with the motifs, you'll find that they develop into different ideas, but they're still related, and that's the goal. So thank you very much for watching this week. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.